Welcome to Missoni Art. It's lovely to have you in the gallery for Marcy Dunn Ramsey's one-woman show, Inside Outside. We are so lucky to have Marcy's beautiful paintings with us this year. So many that you will have an opportunity to have your own stories, your own feelings about. So we encourage you to look at this beautiful video, but please don't miss the opportunity to come into the gallery and wander through the space and connect to each painting. They all have a story to tell, and they're very appropriate to this time in all of our lives. I also want to thank Deborah Weiss. She gave me this incredible body of work, new work that she's done that I know you will all enjoy. It works so perfectly with Marcy's because it is so quiet. Such a lovely little resonance, if you will, of energies that pick up and play with Marcy's paintings. Also, Rick Biscayr, Shelley Robeson, Vico van Voss, Marilee Schumann, wonderful work that friends have given us to fill out this gallery show.
This year is a bouquet of paintings from lots of different sources. I was looking for something new and different. I don't know if I keep going back to the same ideas, but I keep finding new ones. This one is from Adkins Arboretum. It's a beautiful place to visit, and I love the pond that leads up, that you walk over the long walkway to get into the Arboretum, and it's just always different, always remarkably full of life and different kinds of grasses and water, and sometimes this one, there had been a lot of rain, and the whole thing was just overflowing. It was just so full. It really was gorgeous. It's a year's worth of work, so I kind of go from one thing to, some of them are from different types of venues. They're not all from the Chester River, they're not all from local waterways. The one over here that's, everybody is kind of go, what is that? That is from a pond in Newfoundland. And my husband and I went on, it was a surprise birthday present last year, and we went to this lighthouse and stayed for 4 days in this lighthouse in Newfoundland at the very tip of the island. And those ponds contained the whole universe to me. They were so deep and so black and so full of, there wasn't anything living in them. It was too cold, but I just loved them. They were so existential. They all have to do something. They all have to either be dancing or taking a nap or singing or playing, or they all have an action going on in them. And that's what I'm looking for. It's a little bit of magic that is more than just pretty landscape. They all seem to be doing something, and what I'm looking for is to try and get them to do a little more. And that's why I use that quote from Thoreau in the advertisement for the show. It's called Inside Outside, and it is about, to me, I look at what's on the outside and it sparks something on the inside, and it brings a response. And that's what I hope to do in the act of painting, bring a response from myself, and that also responds to moods and feelings. But it also can stimulate feelings and responses in the viewer. So it's kind of a dialectic, and that's what I really enjoy doing. So it's not just pretty paintings, they're more than that. They're very psychological. Painting in the front is called Audience, and I came to that title because it was almost like there was activity in the foreground, and there was also a stand of cut off reeds in the background, almost like they were an audience watching this dance, because it was wild in the foreground and very rigid in the background. And I just liked that contrast. And it took me a long time to resolve the color in that one. Sometimes they just bloom and they come and I get them done relatively fast. That one took a long time because it was trying to be something else, and I had to keep messing with it until I found it. And it's that bluish white, creamy, it's not, what's that color? I don't know. But I found it, and I was so happy. The first title I came to was Smoke on the Water, because it was kind of giving me that feeling of mystery. But then I liked audience better, so. But you can call it whatever you want. There's one in the front called Shoots, and it's kind of my mystery piece because it's very minimal. There's hardly anything in it. It doesn't seem to have a big structure. There's a lot of movement in it. So what it is to me is more about the mystery of the cosmos and potential motion and erupting life forms. And I've been watching a lot of Nova, so that might be why this is happening. But I just loved it. I loved doing it because I had to make something out of nothing. And it just made it really exciting for me because I didn't have to go by what I saw. I could just go by what I felt. And that was really a wonderful experience for me. I don't know if it's going to resonate with people. I mean, I love to have these shows and have people come and see them, to see how they react. Some people, like the lady that was just looking at this one, she really reacted to that piece. And I was not expecting that, because to me this piece is just very calm and very, very zen. But it struck a chord in her, and that means something to me because it's a communication without talking. And there's too much talking in the world, so I'm happy with that. I'm the luckiest person in the world. I get to do what I love every day. I have a wonderful representative that loves it as much as I do and believes in it. I just am very fortunate because so many artists struggle so hard. And now I have an audience and I have a voice, and it means a lot to me, especially at this time in my life where I see things kind of falling by the wayside. But painting is where I always find my solace. So I'm going to just keep doing it till I can't stand up anymore. I have no other grand desires at this point in my life. I just want to keep painting.
Thank you, Marcy. It's always a pleasure to hear what you have to say about the paintings. I have my own feelings, and I love sharing those with all of our guests that come to the gallery. But everybody has a different response. There's yours, there's mine, and you're right. The woman that came in earlier today and stood in front of a painting, and we just watched her go into this piece, as so many of you do when you see Marcy's work in person. So once again, don't miss the opportunity to come to the gallery and see everything in person. Also, stop by Cross Street. We have a great group of paintings over there. I think you'll enjoy seeing some of the new work that we have on display. And of course, we love having you in both places. Thank you.
Thank you.